Hi RESkids, welcome to RESkids Online. Happy New Year! I'm Clark and I'm so glad to be back with you in the RESkids studio. At RESkids, we are here to love God together, love others, and lead our friends to do the same. Before we hear our Bible lesson today, let's praise our God by singing. So let's stand up and join the McCloy sisters for worship.
These hands, these feet, these eyes that seek to find their hope in you. I'm made in your image. I'm made in your image. This heart that beats, this mouth that speaks more and more like you. I'm made in your image. I'm made in your image. 'Cause you are the potter and I am the clay. You're molding me, shaping me every day. 'Cause you are the potter and I am the clay. You're molding me, shaping me every day. I'm trusting in the Lord on the day-to-day, picking up strength all along the way. And you know what you're doing in me. I'm trusting in the Lord on the day-to-day, picking up strength all along the way. And you know what you're doing in me. In your image I am made. In your image I am made. In your image I am made. You made me special. You made me precious. You made me wonderful. You made me special. You made me precious. You made me wonderful. In your image I am made. I'm trusting in the Lord on the day-to-day, picking up strength all along the way. And you know what you're doing in me. I'm trusting in the Lord on the day-to-day, picking up strength all along the way. And you know what you're doing in me. In your image I am made. Oh, in your image I am made. In your image I am made. I'm trusting in the Lord on the day-to-day, picking up strength all along the way. And you know what you're doing in me. In your image I am made.
Today is our review week of our series, God's Promises Always Come True. And we're going to be playing Are You as Smart as a RESkid? So let's join me and our three contestants. Good morning, RESkids! Welcome to
Are You as Smart as RESkids?
Every week, we want to teach you more about God so you can learn about yourself. Here on our game show, we bring in our contestants to see if they are as smart as you all at home. I'm your host, Mr. Clark, and let's meet our contestants.
Hi, RESkids! Miss Danielle here, and oh my goodness, I miss all your tiny faces so much! I can't wait till I get to hug all of you so tight!
Okay, let's calm down, Miss Danielle.
What's up, RESkids? I'm Landon.
Hi, I'm Avery, and I hope I'm as smart as you guys today.
How about a big round of applause for our contestants? Let's go over our game show rules. I'm going to ask Miss Danielle, Landon, and Avery a question from your RESkids teaching videos. Whoever gets the question correct will get a chicken nugget. The contestants with the most nuggets at the end wins the game.
Okay.
Contestants, are you ready? RESkids watching at home, are you ready? Let's begin.
Good luck, you guys!
Good luck.
This unit, we studied the season of Advent. Contestants, what does Advent mean?
Christmas presents!
Nope.
Jesus' birthday?
That's a very common answer, but no, that is not what Advent means. Avery?
I'm pretty sure it's when we prepare for the coming of Christ, both at his birth and his coming again.
That is absolutely correct. One chicken nugget for Avery. Question number 2. When the angel Gabriel came to visit Zechariah to tell him that his wife, who was way too old to have a baby, was going to have a son named John,
Zechariah totally didn't believe God's angel.
Well, do we believe everything God says, all the time?
No, I guess I don't.
None of us do, especially the impossible.
Wow, such wisdom. Contestants, take a look at this video clip.
And a lot of things are actually impossible for us to do, like trying to fly. Or maybe like reading a dog's mind. Speak to me, puppy. What are you thinking? Or maybe running a mile in 3 minutes. But it's important for us to remember that God can do anything. He has no limits. He can create the world. He can raise people from the dead. And he can even give a baby to a woman that seems too old to have one. That's easy for him.
Could you imagine if we could read our pets' minds?
Let's focus back on the question. Question number 2. Zechariah didn't believe God's impossible promise, but Mary did. What impossible promise did God keep through Mary's baby?
That Mary would have a baby in her tummy too?
Not quite. Landon or Danielle?
It's because of who the baby is.
Yes, and?
What?
So the impossible promise God is keeping is because of who the baby is and?
And that baby is Jesus?
Yes, and?
And Jesus saved the world from sin?
Yes, Jesus' birth is God's promise, fulfilled to save the whole world. That's one chicken nugget for Danielle. Question number 3. When Zechariah saw that God was keeping all of his promises, it changed Zechariah's heart, and he started to trust God's promises also. Contestants, take a look at this video clip.
You're supposed to play with him. You know what, man? I'm gonna hang out with my brother. I promised my dad that I was gonna hang out with him. You go ahead and play, and I'm gonna stay here.
God's promises can change our hearts. Big Weber had a change of heart and chose to play with Little Weber instead of his own friends. He obeyed what is right instead of what the world wants him to choose. Question number 3. Based on what we learned in this unit, how can we have confidence to obey and say no to worldly pressure?
It's so hard to say no to worldly pressure.
That's true, but incorrect.
Does it have to do with Jesus?
Yes.
What?
What just happened?
I know, by remembering what Jesus did for us.
And?
Knowing that God's promises always come true.
Yes. One chicken nugget for Landon. Jesus reminds us that God keeps every promise that he has ever made. Because of that, we can obey and follow what he asks of us. Now, before we go into the next round, let's hear a message from our sponsors.
Have you ever just been going about your normal day when suddenly the question comes to mind, does God really keep his promises? Well, question no more. Introducing the Promise Stone. It's a stone that helps you remember that God's promises are never broken. Even if you drop it. Even if you step on it. Even if you throw it as far as you can. Or run over it with a truck. That stone is just fine. That stone can take everything you can dish out. See, kids, it's just fine. You could even drop it.
Bye, Smiley.
Oh. Just fine. Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
It's the flamethrower.
My little friend.
little toasty, but just fine. This is the Promise Stone, as unbreakable as God's promises. Order yours now at 555-871-ROCK. Call now for just 100 easy payments of $99.99. Warning, the Promise Stone is not a real product. No actual stones were harmed in the filming of this video. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
He's a little warm, but he's okay. Yeah.
Welcome back to Are You As Smart as RESkids? We're now going to start round 2, where chicken nuggets are doubled for each correct answer. Contestants, please take a look at this video clip.
Wow, John the Baptist got to baptize Jesus?
How cool is that? John's purpose from God was to prepare people for Jesus. Do you know what our purpose is? Our purpose is to show people who Jesus is.
How?
Question number 3. Fulfilling our purposes in God's promise. How do we show people who Jesus is?
I bet that kid has some sweet dance moves.
That teacher lady is a real gem.
Wow.
Right? Anyways, we show people who Jesus is by getting baptized and telling everyone about him.
That is absolutely correct, and worth 2 chicken nuggets, which means Avery now has 3 nuggets, while Landon and Danielle are tied with 1 nugget. And now, it's the bonus round! It is still anybody's game, as this question is worth 5 chicken nuggets! Contestants, are you ready? What is this lesson's memory verse?
Oh, it's such a long verse this week. Okay, let me try it. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, something about the government and their shoulders.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Oh, that's right. And his name shall be called
Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting.
Father, Prince of Peace.
That wasn't supposed to be a group answer, but why not? We'll give 5 chicken nuggets to each of you, which means Avery, you are as smart as RESkids! This week's prize is your very own Promise Rock!
Ooh.
Thank you for participating, and thank you, RESkids, for playing along with us. We'll see you next time. And don't touch your eyeballs! We are so happy that you joined us for our videos here at RESkids Online in 2020. At the end of this crazy year, we continue to place our hope in Jesus, the one who holds all things in his hands. He is not surprised by anything that has happened. Isn't that good news? Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.